foot hard on the brake, foot hard on the throttle, race start. Hi guys, welcome back to CMD and another video. You join me back at hothatches.co.uk to film this hot hatch, hyper hatch, the Mercedes A45s AMG. Headline figures, really staggering: 400 brake horsepower, 500 pound-foot of torque. This thing is not messing around. The new kid on the block from Mercedes, which replaces this A35 AMG, which Chris also has in stock and has literally just come off the road having been filmed. So if you want to know more about this car, I'll be sure to include a link in the description above. The A45s AMG comes with a £15,000 hike on price tag from its predecessor. Now it's punching out an awful lot more power, and there's a lot more tricks set up, especially towards the rear of the car. So it's got the 4MATIC Plus system through an 8-speed automatic gearbox, which essentially allows for 50% of the power to be sent to the rear axle, and then 100% of that 50% can then be powered through either wheel individually. That gives this car a drift mode, which is ultimately just very cool, isn't it? But can it give it an additional level of engagement and A to B straight line pace that you might hope for? Should we go for a drive and find out? Just before we do, if you're new to CMD or you haven't seen us before, we've been set up as a YouTube channel with a difference. All the revenue we generate from videos like the one you're watching right now with hothatches.co.uk all lands into a designated bank account. All of the funds we receive, every single penny without exception, is all being donated to local, national and international charities and good causes. More recently, we've written out cheques for £1,500 to a children's hospital and £750 to Michelin Motorsport, and that's all off the back of companies like Hot Hatches and people like you watching videos like this. So if you like what you see, hit that like button, give me a subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. That's enough of that. Should we jump inside and go for a drive? That would be great. Ooh. First things first, wireless charging pad, fits my humongous phone in it. Key goes in there, glasses case also goes in there. What I like about that wireless case as well is you can hide your phone away. It's very nice. Let's take this thing for a drive. Okay, you got to pay this thing some attention. So immediate impressions, very plush, very nice place to sit. Huge amount of information, both on dual screen dash, loads of things that I can do with the setup. It's a very nice place to sit. First thing that grabs me actually, sunroof. I love a sunroof. If you watch the channel, you'll know I love a sunroof. Huge amount of extra light into what is quite a dark cabin, but a very high standard cabin. You've got lots of really plush interior. There's lots of leather on the dash and around you and high brushed aluminium. But the main one for me is the seats. I've just come out of the A35, which has got thicker seats than this, but they don't hug you quite as well. This has got me really nice, really comfortable. I feel well positioned, very easy to adjust. I'm just going to rock it into comfort with this drive selector on the steering wheel and just find my feet for 5 minutes. But initial impressions, really impressed with the high-res dash. The ride feels very plush. This has got the Plus Pro pack, I think, and comes with adaptive suspension, so I can toggle on here between different suspension settings, and I've got that in comfort at the moment for lots of obvious reasons, but probably because I'll keep it in comfort anyway. I love how much you've got on the steering wheel. It's a bit busy, but these controls, they're so good. Seat kinetics, okay, so I can adjust all of my seat and bolster, lumbar, side bolsters, everything is here in the menu. spent 20 minutes in the car now, just sort of figuring out what's going on, quite frankly. But now that we're approaching some nicer roads, let's clock it down. Oh, wow, it's direct. And go. Whoa! Whoa! Me. Wow, it's quick. Stated blindly obvious. The pickup's ridiculous. Sounds good. You get some nice dials and lots of warning, so you know where the engine revs are, but the handling. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. As you get closer to the edge, you can really feel that diff doing some clever work. Makes the car feel very light, helps you stick the nose in. Oh, it's a big leap. Okay, this probably needs a bit more of my attention than I'm giving it at the moment, embarrassingly. So click into manual, drop a gear. Whoa. Good under braking. So another thing you get in this car, pops and bangs, can you hear that? Whoa. Wee. This is lose your license fast. Okay, so it means business. You also get the 6-pot brakes in this car, 4-pot in the predecessor. Again, a little bit more weight. And they're obviously, and a lot more speed. They're looking to stop you more efficiently. And I tell you what, it's a good job, because this thing picks up pace like, well, like nothing else I've ever driven. So one thing I'd really like to do, now it's safe on this road, national speed limit, clock in Sport Plus, which I'm in, foot hard on the brake, foot hard on the accelerator. Race start, release brake to start, go. Whoa, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Holy Mother of Mary. That's a little bit addictive. Just the thing. Oh my word. This thing is A to B ridiculous. Okay. Genuinely, on the road, it can gravitate towards understeer, but you feel that system clicking in and just pulling your back end round. Wow. Yes, Mercedes. Yeah, okay. So there's a few takeaways from me. It's one of the nicest things I've saying for a very long time. I'm not a huge fan of the infotainment system. It's a bit clunky, but the graphics are really high resolution. And if I got used to it, I'm sure it would actually work really well. I'm just used to a different sort of infotainment, like most people. You like what you're used to, don't you? But I do feel like it's a little bit busy. Drive as a hot hatch is utterly ridiculous. I feel like the formatting system is doing an awful lot for it. You are having an awful lot of help from a very trick diff on the rear end and some very clever computing. I don't want that to sound like a negative. I'm actually all for it, because I'm not a great driver. It's a good thing to say on a car channel. Takeaway from me is just the level of engagement and the smiles it can give you. It is comfortably one of the quickest things I've driven in hot hatch territory, which is why I say hyper hatch. The front end can feel a little bit vague. Yeah, you lose a bit of feeling on the front end, but it's because the power's moving around for you and the car's going, yep, I'll take care of that. So that takes a little bit of getting used to, but my God, it's good at it. I say a little bit of getting used to. I'm already used to it, because the car is that confidence inspiring. You literally point and shoot and it goes. An average driver, such as myself, could get into this and go quicker A to B than they could in a M2 competition or a M140i or quite frankly anything I've driven. Oh my giddy aunt. But that is just ridiculous. What a capable machine. Now that I'm cruising back into hot hatches, I was worried that because of the numbers that you have to be very ginger with this car all of the time, and actually what a large majority of the very good technology does is it makes it very engaging for you. Very engaging. It's very quick A to B, arguably too quick A to B, but I think from an aesthetic point of view and how well it does its job point of view, it's comfortably the most capable thing I've ever driven, hands down. This one in particular is for sale at Hot Hatches right now and is a absolute minter. Practically brand new and still even has the cellophane on the screen of the sat-nav. It is immaculate. But what an absolute gem. Just driving through Beaconsfield. And it feels very at home, bit of Mercedes suave. Don't mind me and my Mercedes, thank you. I think there's just a very nice, very high quality feel to everything about it, from the ride to the tactile nature of what you touch, and then when you do punch it, I mean, it goes like nothing else I've ever driven. It's insanely quick and capable, and they haven't just put a big engine in and said, you know, figure it out for yourself. I've experienced no torque steer. You know, the car is very, very good at handling what it has. Big thank you to Chris at Hot Hatches, as always. Be sure to check them out. I'll put a link in the description below. I'm off now to go and film a Civic Type R, so that'll be quite cool. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers.